Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to, I guess you could say, a quick chat, girl, conversation, whatever it is. We're going to get into this whole post that I came across regarding Taraji P. Henson and Monique, and people feeling as though, you know, Taraji owes some type of shout out or homage or something to Monique because they feel as though she was the first person to talk about the inequality when it comes to paying black actresses. So I just really wanted to talk about some of the things that I saw online and get you guys to share your thoughts and comments down below. Okay, as we get into this video, definitely make sure that you guys are supporting the video by liking the video. If you have yet to subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. Okay, so first things first, I definitely want to get into this post that I came across over on the neighborhood talk. All right, so what this post says is, actually, I want to play a little bit of the audio if I can. Hopefully, YouTube won't try to restrict in any fashion. So let's see if we could do that.
Thank you, Taraji, for. And it's no secret, we are facing some seriously pivotal issues. Everyone's talking about inflation. You know what's not feeling inflation? Equal pay for black actresses.
All right, so y'all pretty much just heard what Taraji said. Okay, she was speaking on the equal pay for black actresses, which has been, something that has been talked about for a very, very long time. Okay, so this person makes a tweet and says, I support this movement to the fullest, but I just wish that when Monique said it, she was celebrated in the same way. Okay, again, we talked about this before. I do think that it's based on your likability in the industry and whether people really like you or not, and I think that may have had a lot to do with it. But then I also feel like there were two different angles that the ladies were coming from when it came down to equal pay, like the same yet completely different, and we'll talk about that. But I really wanted to get into some of the comments as well, so let's do just that. All right. So this first comment says, the only way to rectify this is to have Taraji publicly acknowledge Monique's previous dialogue on the issue. Seeing as she did bring it up first and that they did two movies together, I don't see why she can't. Well, I see why it's not even necessary, in my personal opinion, because if Taraji needs to acknowledge Monique bringing this up, then Monique needs to acknowledge, I guess it was Gabrielle Union that brought this up. And then if that's the case, then Gabrielle Union needs to acknowledge Viola Davis. And then Viola Davis needs to acknowledge the woman before her. So I feel like, no, I mean, do they really need to acknowledge that this person said it before? They need to acknowledge that this is continuing to be an ongoing conversation, regardless of who's saying it, right? Someone else goes on to say, Monique came off bitter and was problematic. Taraji was passionate and emotional about it. Big difference. Well, I think the big difference is, in my opinion, is that I'm not going to say that Monique came off as bitter or problematic. I feel like she came off as upset, but Monique was more so focused on her lack of pay for Netflix. It wasn't so much as, for the entire, from what I can recall, it wasn't so much as just like the industry as a whole. I feel like she had a specific issue with specific people, right? Specifically, Lee Daniels, Oprah, and Tyler Perry, specifically with Netflix. Okay. With Taraji was speaking in general, in my opinion. She's just like, overall, my pay has not increased. My pay has not increased no matter what show I work on, any of that. All right. So I feel like that might be a slight difference, but then it's still the same subject matter, because it's kind of like, listen, neither one of them are getting paid their worth. All right. So I feel like that's a bit of the difference. I don't think that, to me, Monique really came off as bitter or problematic. I think she came off as you should come off, which is pay me if you pay me. Okay, you're not going to have me sit up here and do the same amount of work as somebody else. I'm probably even more funnier than that person, and you think that you get to pay me less than that person. Why is that? And I've probably been in this game longer than that person. Why do I get to get paid less? So I understood where Monique was coming from. I think the difference with it also is that Monique was coming from an angle, in my personal opinion, that was more so about herself. I think over time the conversation may have evolved, but Taraji right out the gate was speaking about herself, but also tying it to other creators, other women that are coming up behind her. And she's like, if I can't, you know, make more money, what am I doing this for? If y'all aren't going to be able to get it either. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the top of my game and I'm not even receiving that. What about the girls that's coming up behind me? What am I teaching them? I'm not just fighting for myself. I'm not just putting myself out here on the line. I'm fighting for people. I have a different purpose when it comes to it. You know what I'm saying? But again, I feel like it's not so much as, again, I'm probably going to end up saying this again. It's really not about who said it first and who said it last. For me, the biggest issue is that the SHI is continuing to happen at this very moment. Everybody is trying to eat. Everybody's trying to feed their families. And I hate to say it, and I really don't. It's like shame on a lot of you guys that's in these studios, and you get to eat off of people. Your family get to eat for decades off of television shows and stuff and all this work that people put in, and y'all don't want to pay them, but your family can continue to be served off of somebody else's talent. I don't think that's fair. And, you know, I saw Claudia Jordan post this more recently, but I also remember Tachina Arnold and Tisha Campbell talking about this years ago on The Breakfast Club about how over time, when you do these television shows, your residuals dwindle down. I believe Claudia may have showed us like one check that could have been a few cents from a show that she's done based on some residuals. So I can imagine how much she may have actually made. And then once they paid out, whoever they paid out, the amount that she actually received on the back end. So it's like, y'all just got to do a better job overall. If you're going to continue to use these black faces all throughout your programming years and years later, these people need to be compensated for it. And I feel like Martin was one of the biggest iconic comedic shows. Why is it that they aren't being paid a great amount? Like, I feel like he's still being referenced to this day. Y'all still shuffle their shows around along with Different World. Y'all shuffle Different World around. It was on Amazon. I believe it moved to HBO Max. I think it might still be over there on Max or whatnot. So y'all keep shuffling these shows around, and I'm not understanding the purpose, but pay these people what, you know what I'm saying? Get these people their just due. In so many words. Let me get into more comments. Some people say people didn't like Monique's delivery, but she's been right. I don't think it's I feel like if you weren't hearing her and didn't like her delivery, I feel like you just had something going on with you. Okay. I really feel, and I'm not going to say Monique ain't been right. She has always been right as it pertains to her situation, but so has Viola Davis and other ladies that's been talking about this way before Monique. And I think that's what kind of irritates me a little bit. A lot of the comments that I've seen, you guys act like it starts with Monique, and it has not started with Monique. Okay. And I don't know where Monique was when the other ladies were speaking on it. Did she step out and show up and do anything? I don't know. Right. So it's like y'all demanding so much support to go her way, but I just want to make sure that she also supported those other people when they spoke on it in the same fashion. Right. But I feel like everybody rise to the occasion at their own time. Sometimes people do feel like things aren't necessarily as important to them until it is directly affecting them. So once it directly affected Monique, she spoke on those two specific situations as far as Lee Daniels, Oprah, and Tyler, and Netflix. I haven't really recalled Monique speaking on any other opportunities where her money has been low, where she's been lowballed. Taraji is speaking out the gate. This lady said, listen, I have not gotten an increase in pay for years. And that's across the board. No matter how hard I work, no matter how many awards I have won, I haven't even gotten that. Okay. So y'all gonna have to get that together right there. All right. Um, People saying Monique never said black women are paid less. She says she isn't getting what she deserves. She didn't fight for Gabby or any other black actress, and that's the difference between Taraji and Mo. Okay, now y'all let me know y'all thoughts on that. Someone else says these are Monique's peers, not ours, and if nobody at your job likes you, you are probably the problem. All right. Someone else says, I love them both, but Monique definitely brought it to the forefront. They both they both of them should be celebrated. All Black actresses should be celebrated. Okay. And again, people are all only starting with Monique for some reason. Like she's the only person that has spoke on this. And I agree with the earlier comment when they said that Monique was speaking on what she wasn't getting and what she deserved, you know. But yeah, so anywho, at least that's how it started out. But I feel like in the not the Cat Williams, but the Shannon Sharp interview, she may have begun to relate it to, you know, other actors and actresses and people getting what it is that they're owed, you know. So yeah, I think she spoke about it then, but prior, I think it was more so about the injustice that was happening to her directly and not so much as everybody else. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to come and just give you guys my thoughts on that situation. I want you guys to go ahead and hop down in the comments and just let me know what you're thinking about it. Do you still feel like Taraji should have shouted out Monique in that exact moment? Like, girl, you really think they're gonna do that in that exact moment? And if y'all actually watched the show, which I can tell that y'all didn't watch the NAACP awards, had Monique been there, I'm sure Monique would have gotten her just due by Queen Latifah. What Queen Latifah did was have all of the women that have ever acted in the industry or currently are actresses, she had all of them stand up and made everybody clap and praise them and let them know how appreciated they are, and then turned around and made everybody in the audience stand up to let these ladies know that we're not out here by ourselves. You know, these other people that are around us are here to support us as well. So I feel like if Monique would have been at the award show, I'm sure they would have had Monique piggyback off of something, off of what Taraji said. I mean, to me, that's just, it only makes sense to me, right? But again, those are my thoughts about the situation. I'm gonna let you guys leave your thoughts down below. Okay, I am Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer.